Good.
Alrighty. My name is not Adam, but I'm pretty sure Adam would have loved to hear that. I'm going to start off with 3 things, however, I do evaluation. Good things, things you could work on, and things that I think that maybe you didn't realize that are good, that I think are really good for your praise. This whole speech was about a praise. I really loved your hand movements and your hand gesture, but more importantly, your eye contact. You looked me right in the eye when you're giving that praise. And I remember this because I know whenever my dad would praise me, he would always look to me dead straight in the eye and to tell me that he's serious. And I really like it because when you mentioned some things that Adam, I believe he finished some objectives and you hired him and he was also trying to finish school, you really looked at him and said, Adam, you were doing all these things, you were carrying the workload and we really wanted you back, and I think you said you wanted him to graduate, but because you kind of stayed on that eye contact, it was really good for not only Adam, but I think it really got the whole vibe going. Some things you could work on, ahs and ums. It's a bit problematic because as I was listening to your praise, you kind of said ahs and ums, and I thought maybe you were building up to something like, oh, maybe he's going to say something bad, maybe he's going to say something I need to work on, and it kind of gave me some sort of false sense of, I'm not sure if this is really praise. It was kind of hard to hear, but I thought it was still really good, but I would just get rid of the ahs and ums and make it more clear, make it more smooth. It'd be really easier to kind of hear those praises. And that brings me to my last point. And you can enhance the first point, the second point I talked about, the ahs and ums. You used a lot of good phrases such as, knock it out of the park, congratulations. Couldn't say enough things about you. Adaptability. Those are all really good, like cliche statements, statements we always hear. But they're good because they sound clean. They get to the point. I think you could have also used something like, you brought your A game. And that really enhances what you got going. So get rid of the ahs and ums, but also really focus on those statements you used because they were really brilliant. It really made me moving. I joked about how, I feel really good about myself even though it wasn't about me. And it really was true because you use those types of languages. So just enhance them and it'll make it so much better. Thank you.
Very good, nice.
I love being the general evaluator today. You guys